Friends, I've rewatched Race Gurram featuring Allu Arjun on the big screen. Thanks for the re-release. This movie was re-released on the occasion of Allu Arjun's birthday, friends. And what an experience rewatching it is. Definitely a nostalgia. So the movie makers should make movies like Race Gurram which are comprehensively entertaining and engaging. There are few illogical things happening, especially in the second half. The first half is a laugh riot, totally conflict between two brothers, love story, and plenty of fun and very good songs. And in the second half of the movie, even when I watched it the first time, even I watched the consequent times, many times I watched this movie, and again in the theatric experience on its re-release, I want to tell couple of scenes or couple of frames in the second half were not very convincing, but in the majority flow of the ocean of the movie, you would not mind such illogical things happening. Especially Allu Arjun trying to get back his brother's love interest back into his life. That's a little lengthy episode going for about 10 to 15 minutes. I thought that was not so delicious in the movie. And again, our Allu Arjun becoming a one-day cop with the help of Posani Krishna Murali Garu, who is an influential minister towards the end of the movie, and whatever happens after that. Of course, it is fun riot. you should simply watch that as an entertainment movie, but logically it is not justified. Posani Krishna Murali Garu also tells this: it is not logical to suddenly make you a cop for a single day. Well, apart from that, the entire movie, friends, is entertaining. It's iconic movie. I reiterate, I want to tell again, movie makers, please make movies like this. Comprehensively entertaining. What is not there in the movie? Very good music, very good humor and laugh out loud moments. Very good action and very good cast ensemble. The casting is terrific, and the clash between the brothers, the hero-villain clash, and the race between the hero and the villain, everything fits into its place, friends. Romance, a lot of things in the movie. This is how we are going to make entertaining movies. See, the movie was released in 2014 and again re-released in 2026, 12 years later. Still the movie has the same magic. My screen, friends, I watched it on a very good screen, PVR, Superlex Forum Mall, Bengaluru. And believe me, on a working day, the theatre was jam-packed. It was a 7 p.m. show. The entire theatre was filled. There were no subtitles. People were hooting and shouting even before a particular scene or an elevation scene or a song or an action sequence comes. That means to tell that everyone, including me, sitting in the theatre, know what is Race Gurram. People very well know, people very well have watched Race Gurram. This is not the first time that they were watching Race Gurram, all the people in the theatre. That shows the magic of the movie. I'm telling about one show. I don't know in the other shows in other theatres what could have happened. It would have been a blast. People were enjoying like anything. And people, every single character sitting in the theatre was knowing what scene is going to come next, including me. I was knowing what is going to come next, what is going to happen next. The memories are so fresh, friends. Such was the charisma of the movie. And there were a group of students who were dancing, literally dancing. So there is a space between the recliners, the top row, and the immediate next row. There is a lot of space. And the end seats are reserved for handicapped people. So they were not filled. And in that space, when every song came on the screen, these people went back and danced to their heart's content. And people were also taking snaps and photos of those people dancing rather than watching the movie. Such was an entertainment. I watched this in Bahubali, friends, re-release. When that Mahishmati scene and the Bahubali scene comes, and when Ramakrishna ji lifts up the baby, people literally enacted that particular scene in the theatre. They were ready, 3-4 members lifting a person high up in the air. And I've watched such things happen many times in the theatre, and this was fantastic. In Race Gurram, people were dancing like anything. And Allu Arjun has so many magical moments, has created so many magical moments. Dance, no comments at all. He is a dancing god. He dances to such perfection. Not only that, and his comedy, taste of comedy, the comedy touch he gets, the humor he gets, natural humor he gets on the screen, no comedy is needed. It's terrific in comedy. His dialogue delivery, so much witty. And he has so many high elevation scenes, Race Gurram scenes in the movie. When he walks, when he talks, when he runs, when he beats, when he kicks, people were shouting. At the elevation scenes, so many elevation scenes of Allu Arjun. At a particular point, people lost energy, hooting and shouting. And once again, friends, the energy was regained in the second half towards the end of the movie when Brahmanandam Garu enters the scene. From that particular scene till the end of the movie, people like crazy were shouting for Brahmanandam Garu. It shows how much people miss Brahmanandam Garu on the screen, including me. He will always be the top rated comedian that I've watched in any language. Such a natural comedian he is. He pours so much of life into Resugurram into the second half, that is the last half an hour, 35 minutes of the movie, friends, is he steals the show even from Allu Arjun. That is the screen presence of Kill Bill Pandey that Brahmanandam Garu plays, and that is how theatre went roaring crazy for Brahmanandam Garu. I think he got the highest hoots, shouts, crazy shouts, even in comparison to Allu Arjun. Terrific, friends. And what else I enjoyed is the humor of the movie. I relived the humor of the movie, especially in the first half. The Shruti Hassan and Allu Arjun scenes, hilarious. Such comedy you have to write. The family of Prakash Raj's daughter, that is Shruti Hassan, and the family members, the servants, everybody, how they are living within the core of rules and regulations and discipline. That itself, it creates a lot of humor. The World Cup winning moment that they celebrated the home was fantastic. Nailed it. Whenever I watch the cricket match, even today, I remember of that scene from Resugurram, friends. And the lift scene and the bank scene, including Raghu Babu, terrifically hilarious, friends. And the first meeting and the consequent meetings of Allu Arjun with Shruti Hassan. Shruti Hassan was beautiful diva in the movie. And then the first meeting of Prakash Raj with Allu Arjun. Posani Krishnamurli's couple of scenes. And his clash with his brother Shram. And how the clash builds, and also the emotional turmoils between them, and the emotional patch-up which happens between them in the second half. That particular scene was simply awesome. It will touch your emotional chords. The emotion and emotional drama in the movie is also has a high impact, friends. And of course, the hero villain, Ravi Kishan, living his moments as villain. Of course, there is Mukesh Rishi, but Ravi Kishan, and the first time pre-interval, that is the fantastic, one of the fantastic interval banks that I have ever watched. Allu Arjun versus Ravi Kishan. And Ravi Kishan creates a similar scenario in the second half that is even terrific. And in the beginning of the second half, post-interval, Allu Arjun visiting Mukesh Rishi, father of Ravi Kishan, and having a conversation with him. What fantastic conversation. Music by Thaman and the background score is simply brilliant, friends. And the cinematography was awesome. Visual brilliance. The movie is very, very colorful and appealing. Not a single moment of boredom, especially excepting those two illogical frames that you will enjoy. No problem about that. If you are watching it as a critic, even today, you will differentially analyze those two components which I said right at the beginning of my review. Other than that, even that you are going to enjoy. The entire movie is a laugh riot. There is action, there is drama, but the humor component predominates everything. The romance is good. The songs simply brilliant. My favorite song in the movie, all songs are good. Cinema Chupistamawa. When it came, friends, the people enjoyed like anything. That will be one of the iconic songs in the movie. And thanks to Surendra Reddy Garu and also the producers for giving us such a fantastic entertainer. Every 3 years once, please re-release such movies. We'll go to the theatre and enjoy these movies and have a lot of nostalgic moments. Loved Resugurram, loved Allu Arjun Garu, loved everything of Resugurram. One of my favorite Allu Arjun's movies. All-time favorites, in the all-time favorite list. Okay, thanks for watching my video. If you loved my video, you can like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll catch up with you all in the next video with yet another movie review. Until then, take care, goodbye. Namaste.